Aside from looking at the Suit of Swords being an indicator that things are going to be moving swiftly, when I look at the Four of Swords, what I'm hearing is immense rest. So in this time of you not experiencing the financial gains that you want, you're also being called to just rest, because when you're hustling and when you're up and you're on top and all of that, like, you're go, 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 go. And I'm really feeling that Spirit is calling you to look at this downtime as a much needed break. Hello and welcome back to another video. If this is your first time with us, my name is Cheyenne, the face and founder of Soulful Soothe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love, your support, engaging with my content, whether that's here on YouTube or on Instagram. I appreciate it. So today's video is going to be an energy check-in for the month of September. I'm gonna do things a little differently than I've done the previous months of the year. Previously, I have referenced the reading that I did at the beginning of the year, but I felt guided this time to just go completely off script. Like, I was referencing that reading and like kind of building off of that energy and reading into that energy with what was coming up on the current month's video. But this time I'm just going to have a clean slate. I don't know why Spirit is guiding me to do that for this video, but that's what we're gonna do. But if you do want to check out the reading that I'm mentioning or referencing, it is the Wheel of the Year reading that I did early January, late December, somewhere around there. So I will put a card or a link somewhere on the screen. But without any further messing about, let's get right into it. I like to start off with prayer and then get into the messages. Feel free to call on any guides or, speak to things that are specific to your situation. This is just a time for us to connect and center ourselves. Divine, thank you so much for the opportunity to get to share time and virtual space with each other. Thank you for the community and the connection that you have allowed for us to have. Thank you for speaking to us in various ways through cards and license plates and feathers and coins and all the ways that you choose to speak to us. Thank you that we are sensitive to the messages and receptive. Right now, I ask that you would mitigate my ego, mitigate any bias that I may have so that I can be a clear channel to your people. I pray that whoever is watching this video, that they have something to take away from the video, that you will meet them where they are with a sweet and tender message for today. With so much love in our hearts, gratitude on our lips, and clarity in our minds, we say thank you. All right, loves. How I'm gonna do today's reading is I'm gonna actually use a spread and share it with y'all. Normally, I just intuitively place the cards where I feel that they need to be, and or however Spirit is telling me to place the cards. But today, I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm going to draw from tarot. I only have one oracle deck here, but that's okay. I feel stronger using the tarot anyway. But I'm gonna do personal, professional, financial, and love, and see what's tea for the month, as well as grab some overall energy. As per usual, any decks that I use will be linked in the description below if I know where to get them. I haven't used my Black Queer Tarot in quite some time. It's just, there's certain decks that you only kind of pull out for just different times. I don't know. But okay, Spirit, let's see. What is going on in our personal lives? Can you give us insight into our personal lives? All right. What about professional? Professional. Financial. And love. Okay, so as always, I am channeling messages from Spirit before I even come on camera. I like to do that because I don't want to get too reliant on any tool of divination any more than my own connection to Spirit. And as I was shuffling, my crown chakra, the very top of my head, was itching, and that's always an indicator for me that something's happening, whether it's itching or tingles. Those tend to be indicators for me that either something is up with that chakra, not in a bad way, but like communication from Spirit. And so yeah, I got a feeling that this reading is going to be, very potent, I'm hearing. So let's just go through some of the channeled messages I was getting before we get into the cards. Going rogue. That was the first thing I heard. Now, I'm not sure if that's a sports terminology or military or what, but when I heard it, I was thinking of like going off the beaten path, doing things completely different. When I was driving this morning to go get groceries, I drove past a huge dumpster. And I could tell that the dumpster had been a while. Like, there's graffiti on the dumpster, there's trash like outside around the dumpster, all this, like just so many signs. It's like, okay, well, this is an old trash bin, right? On the back, someone had spray painted the words in bright white letters, treasure. And immediately I thought of the phrase, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And immediately my brain started thinking of two ways to perceive it. Either A, someone is looking at something more valuable than what it is and trying to pass it off as more valuable than what it actually is, and it's not good for you, and you need to be wary of that. Or two, a shift in perspective, which is so important with manifesting. If you follow me on Instagram, you hang out here on YouTube, you know I'm always talking about manifesting because I want to demystify this overpopularized term that we see everywhere on the internet these days. Like, oh, you know, I'm manifesting my dream life, I'm manifesting my software, I'm manifesting the love of my life. Those are all fine and dandy, but I think that because we have overused the word, it's desensitized the word and lost a lot of meaning. So that's where I come in to share my gifts, is to demystify it and make it seem simple, because in the process of us desensitizing the word, people have attached so many unnecessary, and of course this is all my opinion, but I feel like people have attached these unnecessary religious like check boxes that you need to check off your list in order to get your desires. And that's not, I don't believe that Spirit works that way. I don't think that Spirit is formulaic in that regard. Now, of course, there's always a method to his madness, their madness, however you want to label the divine. There's always a method to the madness, right? But I don't think that when I think of God, when I think of my connection to source, I don't think of God as like this very punitive father who's like, if you don't do all of these chores, then I'm not going to give you ice cream after dinner. I don't like to look at God like that. So those were two things that I was getting when I looked at the trash bin. I also was reminded as I was setting up stuff for this video that in my last reading that I posted for the new moon in Virgo, that there was this message of like the inherent value of something. So if you didn't watch that reading, I'll link it somewhere on the screen. But in that reading, I referenced a dime that I found on the ground. The dime was like beat the fuck up, okay? It did not look like, it wasn't pretty. And the message that I was getting from that was that just because you feel bruised, battered, torn, like just beat the fuck up, doesn't mean that you aren't inherently worthy, inherently valuable of your desires. You know, the dime is still a dime. The dime is still worth 10 cents, even though it looks really beat up. So, and I feel like that was such a beautiful message, because a lot of times we beat ourselves up because we're like, oh, we didn't do our to-do list for the week. Like, there were so many things that we didn't get done, da, da, da. Like, you are not your to-do list. You are not the sum of like every little thing that you have to do throughout the week to keep your life going. So just wanted to share that. I also was getting that this month is going to be a game theme. And I'm thinking of like sports games specifically. Not that things are a joke, but I get the sense that there's going to be a need to be more strategic this month. Yeah, but I do have some playing cards here. Sometimes I like to read with playing cards just because it's cool, and I love doing that. So overall energy of the month, I haven't looked at these cards like to read off of them. I just pulled them and laid them here. Overall energy for the month is the Hanged One and 5 of Coins. So I feel like this kind of echoes what I was saying about needing to do things differently, needing to have a shift in perspective. 5 of Coins is a card that speaks specifically to financial hardship, but it can also represent like just going through a hard time overall. So 5s could be significant for you this month. You could be going through a financially hard time or tripping over your words while you're trying to make a video. You could be going through some challenges this month. 5 is a number of difficulty. It's, in my opinion, it's also a number of triumph as well, because in other cultures, in Christian circles, we refer to 5 as the number of grace. And you can't have grace if there's nothing to be forgiven, if that makes sense. If there's no hardship, if there's no turmoil, if there's nothing that needs to be pardoned, then we wouldn't have the need for grace, right? Not to get churchy up in here, but okay, so for personal, we have 10 of Sticks in reverse. 10 of Sticks in reverse. To me, this speaks to you dropping burdens, you getting rid of obstacles in your way, you blazing through the path ahead. Now, 10s are a number of completion. It's a cycle coming to an end. So there could be some sort of ending here. And if this is tied to your money at all, because at the base of the reading, the overall energy for the month of September, we did have 5 of Coins come out. So if this is related to money specifically, you're being asked to look at this from a different perspective, use your passion and your creativity to create something completely different. This means like thinking outside of the box, doing things that you might have never done before. I'm laughing because I was thinking of that line from Players Club. Sometimes you gotta, to get what you want, to get what you never had, you gotta do what you never did, or something like that. So I in your personal life, in your personal development, your spiritual development, things that you don't shout from the mountaintops, what I see you doing is dropping the burdens and taking some sort of action to bring things to completion, to bring a nice ending to something. And I really feel like it's a very arduous, heavy burden. So this could be something like, paying taxes that were owed for a very long time, or you getting news about a collection that has been forgiven or something like that. Like just dropping the burden with that and not tying yourself worth to all of these external factors. That's what I see for you for your personal life. Now, for career, we do have the Three of Coins in reverse. So to me, Three of Coins in reverse, how do I want to put this? Someone could be showing their ass at work. That's the best way I could put it. Someone could be showing their ass at work. In the car, you can see this person literally has their ass turned up. So it's like, does someone want you to kiss their ass? Does someone want you to do something that you are not morally or ethically comfortable with doing? Are they asking you to behave in a way or perform your tasks in a way that you don't really feel in alignment with? There's some friction here that's asking you to, again, look at it from a different perspective, as well as you may have to go things alone for a little bit. Three of Coins in reverse. Three of Coins speaks to collaboration. It speaks to community. It speaks to camaraderie. In the upright position, it can definitely represent an easy time, flowing time when it comes to working together with others. But with it being in the reverse, there's some type of conflict or there's some type of disruption to the previous flow. Sorry about that. This sun kind of a cloud went in front of the sun, so I needed to adjust the lighting. But something is definitely coming to an end. And when I said earlier, like in your personal life, there's something coming to an end and I see you blazing through it. I feel like with the element of fire and the element of air here, again, it further confirms that whatever this trouble is, like it's not going to last long. It's going to be short-lived. It's like a blip on the radar, I just heard. And as I'm saying that, the candle that I have lit right now, the flame just went from like medium size to like really small. So I feel that that is further confirmation for us. But like I said, this is something that has been weighing heavy on your heart and on your mind. There's this message again that's been coming for the last 3-4 months. Matters of the mind, matters of the heart. And with us getting 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands, this is something that you were extremely passionate about. And on top of that, is taking up a lot of your mental space. Like because you were so passionate about whatever this is that is coming to an end, you think about it a lot. And we do have the Two of Wands here. So this is you trying to make a decision so that you can make plans to move forward. Like you trying to pick up the pieces from here, I'm hearing. Like you trying to grapple how to move forward, move past this situation. We do have Three of Cups, so I feel like the guidance here is for you to rely on community. Maybe even getting the perspective of an expert, I'm hearing, because I feel like that will help you look at things from a different perspective. This month overall, again, the energy is saying, look at things from a different perspective. Try something that you haven't tried before, because in order for you to get what you've never had, you got to do what you've never done. Okay, Spirit, can you speak more? Okay, not this deck. I did have my money deck. I don't know why they don't want me to look at the playing cards for that, but I haven't used this money deck in a while. It's one of my favorites. I just don't use it that often because it's huge. Like in comparison to a playing card, like look at that difference. Like it's not an easy deck to hold in my hands, so I don't usually pull it out. I pull it out for special occasions. Spirit, can we have 2 more cards, please? Y'all saw I tried to put that back because I was like, no, but obviously it was supposed to come out. Okay, so for career and finances, we have 2 affirmations and a practice. One of the reasons why I love this deck is because it approaches finances from a spiritual perspective that is not complete bullshit. So the deck has affirmations, practices, and money gems. And so, yes, it's giving you the spiritual aspects of like how to get in alignment with abundance, how to help shift your mindset, practical witchy tips like using cinnamon and citrus like oranges or grapefruit in order to enhance your abundance. But it also gives you the practical, tangible tips in order to increase your money flow. Because we, at this point, we should all know that it's not just you saying abracadabra and money just falling out of the sky. So the affirmation that we first have is love and happiness can coexist with wealth. Love and happiness can coexist with wealth. Ooh, affirmation. I created X amount of money this month. I created X amount of money this month. So you can fill in that blank and say that in the mirror every day or write it down if you want to do like the 3-6-9 method, like however you want to practice that affirmation, affirm that throughout the month. And remember, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, which means if you get to the 27th of next month and you're like, oh, I haven't gotten that much money or that amount of money or whatever, don't even worry about it because you've been affirming it all month. And so it has to happen for you. If you've been putting in the work and you put in the faith, then there it is. And if it doesn't happen, that just means it hasn't happened for you yet. That mental perspective shifting. Keep a sum of cash available so that it is around to remind you of the bond you are building with money. Now, I know in this day and age, we don't really keep cash around that much. Like most people are doing transactions on mobile banking type apps, and especially with the rise of cryptocurrency, like it's not common to interact with cash, but a lot of the spiritual practices are really about not the symbolism in a skeptical way, but it's about what it means to you. So literally you could just go outside and jump up and down 3 times. And if that is what you chose to do to signify to the universe that I'm serious about this, or this is what I'm doing to affirm XYZ manifestation, the universe is going to respond to the frequency of that action, not the action itself. So I'm hearing there's more than one way to skin a chicken. And so I get the sense that it's like, not only, I just lost my train of thought. Spirit, can you speak to us about this hermit in love? If you are not personally spending time with yourself and intentionally being single, or if you're in a relationship and you're not really looking at how to work on your triggers or healing your traumas, you're probably dealing with a Virgo in love this month. Now, to me, the major arcana doesn't necessarily insinuate a person. It insinuates the energy, the overall energy of a situation. And as I'm saying that, I just noticed we do have 3 major arcanas on the board. So there are some major things happening this month, and I feel like we say that all the time in this community, like major shifts and major endings, but no, when I see multiple major arcanas on the board, this is something major. This is not a minor detail. This is like major character development I'm hearing, and the crown of my head is itching again. So that's confirmation from spirit for me that what I'm saying is accurate. So if you are not intentionally looking at how you show up in romantic partnership, then you're dealing with Virgo energy. Now, y'all just saw me shuffle. We got the Hermit again. Let's see what other card flew out. Seven of Swords in reverse. So if this is you feeling the urge to intentionally spend time alone with yourself, to be more introspective and what's the word? What are you saying right now? What is this word? There's a word that's coming through right now, but I'm having a hard time hearing the word. But I can sense, this is so bizarre, but like I can sense the energy of the word is like searching for something. You may have to sneak away to do this. That sounds awful, but what I'm getting is that like you, yeah, it's you withdrawing. So when I look at this Seven of Swords, you see the figure is like pulling one of the swords out of the group of the rest of the swords. This is you. And with it being swords energy, there's this need for you to be cunning, this need for you to be strategic. Like you have to be very, very strategic about how you pull out of this situation. My head is hurting now. Okay, so this might not be such a good thing. I'm picking up on some abusive tactics, like you needing to get away from those. Like, I'm not saying that you are the abuser, but I'm saying that whoever you're dealing with, they could be playing mind games on you, and you have to kind of reciprocate that energy to get away from them. Yeah, Two of Swords. So you making that decision, that choice again, and you trying to pick, I'm literally seeing you like stand at a crossroad, but you have like a book in your hand and you're flipping a page like back and forth. Two of Wands. Yeah, this is you like planning your next steps, like how to get away from this person. I really don't like this energy. Page of Coins in reverse. This is it's been a long time coming. Like you've known this for quite some time, that you don't need to be involved with this person, but for whatever reason you've like delayed it. And we do have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands and Seven of Swords in reverse. This is like you, and let me finish one thought at a time. This is you being completely aware of the situation at hand and realizing that you can't just be straightforward, that you have to do some of the untangling in a very messy way. Last but not least, we have the Empress in reverse, which is another 3, another major arcana. This is you tending to yourself and not tending to everyone else. You taking this time to just go within and do what's best for yourself. Spirit, do you have any last words of encouragement for the collective? Any last words of encouragement for the collective? That really took a turn that I was not expecting. What is guidance for the month? Overall guidance for the month, please, Spirit. Six of Swords, get the fuck away. It's time to move forward. overall, remember I was saying seeing things from a different perspective, and whatever is coming to an end is coming to an end quickly. It's not going to, the hardship, the turmoil, the tragedy, whatever, is not going to last forever. It's going to, it doesn't seem like it's quick when you're in the thick of it, but once you get out on the other side, you're gonna be like, wow, that time really flew by. Yeah, overall, you're just being called to go within, look at things from a different perspective. If you need to seek the help of an expert, by all means do that. But some major things are coming to a close this month. Okay, we have Three of Pentacles again and the King of Pentacles. So if this is related to love, you quite possibly could be in a third party situation. Now, when I say third party on this channel, I'm not referring to there being another woman or anything like that. Sometimes the third party could be work. Sometimes it could be family problems. Sometimes it could just be the person being stuck in their head and not ready for a relationship, and them not knowing like how to explain that without breaking your heart. But I'm getting a lot of things from this King of Pentacles. This is another Virgo energy card that we have on the board. So either you definitely are dealing with a Virgo this month, a masculine Virgo energy, or this is Spirit saying to you, I don't know if y'all just heard that, but something fell outside, and I'm taking that as confirmation. This is Spirit trying to get your attention to be more strategic and mindful about the choices that you make and the actions you take. And Three of Swords, or why did I say Three of Swords? Three of Pentacles, or Three of Coins. We've got that again. So remember, I was saying like it's some sort of conflict that could be going on at work, but with this, there is no upright or reverse with playing cards. It's just feeling the energy, feeling into this. If it's not a Virgo that you're dealing with that has you in a third party situation, this is you working within yourself to try to figure out how to be more strategic, and you getting those expert opinions to figure out how to move forward, how to get ahead, how to get the peace, the prosperity, whatever blessings you're trying to call into your life. All right, y'all, I love you so much. You know where to find me if you need me. Links to everything will be in the description box. And until next time, I love you so much. Ciao.